Eddie White, Embers Nest podcast. In this one, you played the Mojo and earned the victory this time. You have to play the Mojo twice in a row and then 3 times in 4 matches. Does that present any unique challenges, just playing a team that you grow to know very well, but also grows to know you very well?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think from a travel aspect, it is a little bit difficult, especially just having a West Coast trip and then coming here and then going back out. But both teams are going to be tired of travel, so it kind of is a wash at the end of the day with that. Yeah, we do know them really well right now, and I think that both us and them are using a lot of people from their bench, so I think it's really cool that both teams are having the depth that they have, but at the end of the day, I like what we present against them.
And you just spoke about using a lot of players deep into the bench on both teams. What does that do to help the offense, and is that something that you regularly practice, like a variety of different players in different spots?
Oh yeah, for sure. We definitely practice a lot of different looks in practice, and everyone is ready at all times. And I think it just kind of shows people different looks, and they might not have as much information on other people. So I think it's cool that we can get fresh legs in there sometimes and present something different.
In this one, you had a couple aces, led the Grand Rapids Rides. You had 2 aces. There were 4 overall as a team. How important is the service line to what you do as a team?
Oh, it's so important, especially as blockers. A tough serve really helps eliminate some of the attacking options and kind of makes the other team one-dimensional. So we always practice really tough serving every day in practice, and it's something that kind of high on our priority list that we really want to go back there, target whoever we're serving at, and hopefully get them out of system, which in turn helps our defense and turns us points.
In this one as well, you had 4 kills to go along with those 2 aces, 4 digs, and 2 blocks. So a little bit of everything statistically. How do you get yourself ready to contribute in a variety of ways in a match?
Yeah, I think our practices do a really good job of kind of making sure everyone's ready for everything. And as middles especially, we sometimes are liabilities on defense. So I think it's extra important that we work on our defense in practice so that in games we're not back there kind of missing dig opportunities. And it kind of goes hand in hand with everything else. Like serving is really important, so blocking becomes easier when we serve tough, and I think our setters run a great offense.
Really great performance in this one, at least in my estimation. You had 11 total points through 2 sets, 11, and you had 11 total overall. But you led all players in points through the second set. What was working for you today?
I think our passing was really on, which helped my offense kind of get going. And August and I have been having a good connection, and Cam too. I think our service pressure was really good from a blocking standpoint. I think that made it easy to get blocks.
Is this the best you've ever played?
I would say yes. I think so. I don't know what really changed, but things are just firing on all cylinders. I think it's a huge team effort as well. I think our serving helps and our pin blockers help with blocking, and yeah, our pass is really on, so that puts us in system, so opens things up.
Yeah, you mentioned the passing as being key to the success, and statistically a lot of players were 60-70% good passing rate. Mm-hmm. How does the good passing change what you're able to do as an offense?
Yeah, I think it just opens it up. I think it makes it hard for the other team blocking-wise, and it puts you in more one-on-one situations, and it's great for pins too because the middle kind of holds longer with a perfect pass and makes it tough to get out of the pins.
There have been times this season where you've come off the bench and times this season where you've started. How do you get yourself ready to contribute to the team in a variety of roles?
Yeah, I think it's difficult, but I think also our practices kind of help. We're always kind of changing things up and going with different people and just kind of being ready to answer the call whenever your number is called. So,
you did beat the Mojo this time. You played them again, and you actually just played them. So you have played them 3 times in 4 total matches. Does that present any unique challenges as you play the same team with the same players in a really short span of time?
Yeah, I think it is tough. I think you kind of know each other's ticks and you know what each other's going to do. There's also an advantage to that. So kind of just repeating what you did well in the game that you succeeded in and kind of fixing those little errors that you made.
What was working for you and the team in this one?
I think a lot of things were working. Our serve receive was pretty good. Our defense was good, block connection with the defense. And we've been good at those things, but we've just came up a little bit short in a few games, like 3 points in 13 sets this year. We looked at the stats. So I'm really proud of us for pulling it out. I think mostly the thing that worked was when we were in the red zone 2020, 21, we showed up and made some big plays, and everybody contributed to that. So it was really cool.
What do you think changed in terms of when the score was close, the team able to contribute and let's say rise above in a way that was, like you mentioned, difficult in previous matches at times?
Yeah, I don't know exactly that we weren't good at this before, but it's just the ball always finds you when you're least expecting it. I think sports, probably every sport across the board would say that. So I think that we just had a lot of people locked into their position, doing their part, making the play, not trying to do too much. And a lot of attackers in those moments waiting for their opportunity to kill the ball if they don't have it, recycle, trust our defense. I think we did a really good job of that.
You did mention earlier that the passing and serve receive seemed to be good, and statistically, I'm not sure if you've looked at those, but several players had 60 to 70% good passing rate on the team. What does good passing do? How does that change what you're able to do as an offense?
Yeah, it helps our setters have an option. So we say, a 3-option, 4-option pass. That means we can get the back row going, we can have the middles, right side, left side, and our middles are such a force to be reckoned with. When they're in play, it holds blockers for everybody else. It allows Paige to have a one-on-one and have a really good hitting night. It allows, Erica to find a seam on the right side. And so it's a credit to our middles and how talented they are. And when we can pass good, we can use them to layer our offense.
In this one, it seemed like the resistance from San Diego against you was a bit increased in set 3. They had some more blocks against you and attempted blocks, some went out of bounds. What do you think San Diego changed in that third set defensively?
Yeah, the block lineup was such that in the second set I had the setter for most of the time, and in the third set I had McGee, who's she's probably 6'5", and the setter's probably 5'8", so just a different look out there. And, in a one-option situation, in transition, we are more left side heavy. Every team is more left side heavy in those situations, so they put up a really solid block, and that's hard to do as a hitter no matter how good the set is. So that was a big block, and our setters did a good job, and I need to try to still find kills in those situations.
Anything else? Any other thoughts in this one?
Yeah, I'm really proud of our team. I'm really proud of Cam for coming in off the bench in an unexpected moment, and Garv for her first start at home in a little while. She played amazing. So we just battled through whatever came our way with a lot of different people on the court, and it was a good team win.
Last question here. You mentioned a lot of different people on the court, Grand Rapids and San Diego going decently deep into the bench. Do you all practice a lot of different players in different scenarios and different pairings in practice?
Yeah, we do. We practice a lot of different combinations. I practice with Cam all the time, just almost as equally as I practice with August. So we're comfortable with everyone. We want everyone to shine in the moment that we call their number, and it's really cool when that happens. So tonight it was just one of those nights that things were clicking.
In this one, you get the victory over the Mojo. You play them twice in a row and 3 times in 4 matches. Does that present any unique challenges?
Absolutely. I think we're just trading, going 2 places, like home and away, and within a very short period of time. So, we'll be back on a plane on Saturday, play them Sunday in an early afternoon match. I think, both teams, are very talented, can do different things well, and it does present, because everybody's moving what they want to do. They're going to switch it up a little bit. I'm sure we'll take a look at what we want to get better at and how we attack the situation for Sunday.
A very energetic crowd today. How did that affect the match?
We did feel more energy today, and that definitely does. I mean, anytime you can get a hometown crowd and you start to hear them really get behind you, it makes a difference, especially when we were in both set 2 and 3 at the end. Just really being able to have that kind of support at the end is really exciting for us and helpful, and can help push you over the edge.
In this one, a very good outing by the team overall, but there have been some questions about Shimei, so she just exited the injured reserve. When can we expect her back?
Well, she is definitely getting back and healthy. So just if we, we haven't had a lot of practice dates, so hard to get her those kind of reps that she needs to make sure she's game ready for the speed and everything else. So we're happy that we're getting a practice here. We can get back into it and get her, see where she's at and how she's able to play.
When Alyssa Jensen was in here, I asked her if this is the best she's ever played, and she said yes. Do you think that this is the best she's ever played?
Maybe in the PVF. I don't know if today was any better than where she played, how she played in Vegas. I didn't see the stats or anything like that, but I think she's been really on the upswing. She's blocking really well. She hits really high. She's she does a lot of nice things. So really proud of the fact what she's doing at the service line too. So that's been good. Obviously she played for me at Michigan State and was a 2-time second-team All-American. So I've seen a lot of great from Garv, and so just knowing that there's a lot in there, and we just have to keep keep bringing more and more of that out of her.
Sorry, looking for my question here. There was a point in the second set where the referee made a call, and all I could see on the instant replay was he held up a 2. What was the explanation you got from him? Was that a double touch, or did he say there was a net touch?
I think it was a net with Cam Hannah, and 2-2 was her number, so that's what they were going for. But we didn't really see it that way. So she didn't feel like she was in the net either. But we weren't able to challenge it at that time. So it didn't happen because you have so many seconds to push the challenge button. I didn't know what he was saying, so it was hard to challenge something until But neither here nor there. We were proud of the fact that we fought back in 2 of the last sets in the 20s and went ahead and pushed and were very intentional about our plan.
In this one, August goes out after the very first point, and then Turner has to come in.
Yep.
What do you do to get the team ready to have to go in maybe when they aren't planning on it?
Well, I think that was pretty early. So she was ready to go, and Cam she's great. She's a heady player. She gets out there and she was ready to roll. Now we had used her in the Vegas game prior, and she played every set that we played against Vegas just the other day. And I think she's showing what she can do, and everybody's confident in her, and as is the staff.
Anything else? Any final thoughts?
No, just we've got to turn it around again and get back on the road, and then we are home for like 4 straight, I think it is. So that's going to be nice to just be here and really get to work on our game a little bit, and then have the home crowd, as you say.